slowly the story comes in. Sometimes you laugh, sometimes you cry, sometimes you just remember some good shit. Welcome to the Bottom of the Bottom podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what time it is, man. I am your host, Jay Walker III. That is my co-host, Carolina Dirt 803. This is the Bottom of the Bottom podcast. So, you see a bunch of people on the screen. We're about to have some fabulous conversations. We're going to introduce everybody individually, of course. But let's take the time right now. Hit the like button, like this shit. Like it, I said. Subscribe and all that. Carolina, what's good?
Hey, now you sound a little muffled, but it's a Saturday night situations. We got the friend of the Bottom of the Bottom, Mr. Ryan. The bar's open. He is one of us. He had turned his lights off earlier, and he was just like one of us. And now he want to turn his lights off.
I can do that again if the ladies like the dark meat. Whatever.
Let's go.
Yeah, but we got damn Ryan. So. We got
giving R&B face.
Yeah. We're gonna have some fun tonight. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun tonight.
Yeah, let's do this, man.
Absolutely. We do have another guest, potentially another two guests. Amie right now is in the nether regions of Louisiana, and she's fighting with her service, but we're gonna get her settled in a minute. She's gonna join us on all things crazy in the world, you know what I'm saying? Maybe some fun things in the world too, man. There's a whole lot of bullshit going on. But we gonna start with Amie, there you go. How you doing?
She's buzzing. She's coming in and out.
That's that cricket.
Yeah, that's Louisiana, man. I thought they fixed those levees, man. I'm
telling you, I don't want her to take too much punishment at the hands of you two brutes. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, let's just go ahead. Amie is one of our dedicated BOT family members. She's always supporting us. So we wanted to give her some more video time.
She's much better looking than you two. I'm just gonna say.
I hope so.
Yeah, that's a good comeback. Yeah,
because you don't get no wins over here, player.
I just say I saw her on, even if it was for a minute. I was like, "Thank you." There you go. Amy, I know you're gonna listen to this later. I got your cricket bill, girl. I got it.
I mean, look, this is going to show you how dudes ain't shit. So he came in. And initially he came in like it was just gonna be the regular two, right? He was like, "Hey, yeah, what's going?" And then he sat up straight and got all broad chested and whatnot when he saw. Look at him flexing and whatnot.
I've been, I'm like old school LL Cool J. Been working out every day, thinking about.
Man, you ain't lifted more than a bottle in how long?
Oh, you know what? That is not true. That is a terrible accusation.
Is it true though?
How dare you, sir?
Is any of that true though?
No, because one of the things I find very important, you can't be a professional drinker like I am without trying to take care of yourself, because you won't live long. The liver starts hurting. So I routinely take a break. Actually, from my podcast, I'm taking a break just for about a month, and it's just to clean out the system, drinking water, and
get
stuff.
Your palette back together.
Yeah, get my palette back together, and build up some people for the podcast for you listeners. So I've been cleaning it out. So no new I got a good 2 seasons of episodes, but season 3 is going to start up in September. So I've been cleaning it up.
When can they catch you when you start?
Oh yeah, on everything from iTunes, Spotify, anything you get a podcast, I'm there. And they can catch up on the old ones, and I'll be coming new with you guys, with some good people from around the Bottom of the Bottle family. Me and Chrissy from Parlay Wines, we're gonna do something together. I'm gonna hit up your homeboy for Black Vodka.
Dr. Tony Reese.
Yes, I'm gonna get you guys. I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do that remote. I'm gonna come out to you guys, or if y'all don't come up to me first, then we're gonna sit down and we're gonna drink. So, pay attention to the bars open. It's always open. We just, except for this month.
You said except for this month.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you just confessed that you only drink water once a year.
I'm just doing what I gotta do, man. Although this is my cheat day. If you notice, this is not water.
Okay.
For your, I don't know. I didn't realize you're gonna have some ladies on the show, but I make 2 drinks. This is the bourbon smash. A gin basil smash. This is fresh basil, Thai basil actually, and a classic mojito.
You see how sophisticated he get? None of the sophistication was there when it was just us two. Now all of a sudden he using 3-syllable words and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, when it was just you two, man, we was just drinking cocktail liquor and calling it a day. But there's a Tikiblue. Hi, Tiki.
Yeah.
How are
you got your apron on.
Oh, yes.
Hey guys,
what a lovely addition.
What's going on?
Yes, I have my apron on because I was making products.
Ooh,
okay.
I love that.
That's what's happening.
Yeah.
So
look at this guy. I'm about to black his screen out.
So Tiki, no wine, no cracking tonight?
No, I actually have passion fruit juice and the passion Ciroc.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I've had it like
that. I can make you a passion fruit drink that you will love.
This guy.
This guy.
I'm just saying, I can. I have a podcast called The Bar is Open, so I know a few drinks. So you give me your passion fruit and what you're passionate about, and I will make something that you would find refreshing and inviting.
Thank you for
the drop.
Damn, Ryan. Well.
Man, go ahead, man. Look, we're going to go ahead and get this thing started. I'm tired of his foolishness. Look, I got Ryan. We're going to break him up right now with first call. I got the first 5. You get Tiki 5. Young Ryan, sir.
Yes, sir.
Worst piece of advice you've ever gotten in your life?
Get married.
Okay. Question 2. Best piece of advice you ever got?
Get married.
That's fair. That's fair. First time you injured yourself of your own accord?
Okay. Very, very first time, young kid. You remember growing up in the 80s, G.I. Joe, and the G.I. Joe cartoons? Every time they, the planes or something get shot, the parachute just pop out, just like so you live. So me and my older brother, this is how you know. This is why older brothers. I'm the youngest. This is why older brothers are the worst, because they like, we need to make parachutes. So we got those like shopping bags, garbage bag, the grocery bags, little plastic bags. Put them around my arms. So it'll come out like a parachute. And said,
you was a thick ass kid, wasn't you?
I jump out the second story, trying to make a parachute, and I jumped down. But I will give them credit; they did tell me how to fall and roll. So, like, if you hit the ground, roll with it.
Tuck and roll.
Yeah, I rolled the first time, and it was fine. And I'm like, oh, the problem is we don't have enough grocery bags. So I get 2 grocery bags. I get like 2 or 3, put it around my shoulders, and I jumped out the window and I twisted my ankle. It wasn't that bad, but that was the first time I can remember intentionally hurting myself because I was stupid and listened to my older brothers, and my older brothers did not jump out. I did it.
That's a funny thing about wisdom, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's a funny thing about older brothers. They're dicks. Anyway, so
I ain't mad at that. Question number 3. First celebrity encounter.
Tyra Banks. Tyra Banks, in the height of Tyra Banks, and I have pictures. I'll send them to you offline.
Were you blinded by her forehead?
Let me tell you, up close and personal, you ain't worried about the forehead. I will tell you that right now. Go back to that old Sports Illustrated cover. You ain't looking at the forehead. Them things sit on you like warm bread out of the oven. And what happened was she was doing a little photo shoot thing, and like everybody was getting her autograph, and I got her autograph, and I was supposed to just walk away. Well, something had fell down in the background, so security was like, "No, stay here," because they thought somebody was trying to something. Then I realized, oh man, I'm standing next to Tyra Banks, and she gets up and she's like, "Hey, how you doing?" Like all the camera and all the reporters are there. So she gets up, she start posing on me, and like we start doing like all the little model poses. And she kissed me on the thing. She kissed me.
She said on the thing.
Yeah. On the face, but I turned like slightly. I was like, let me get a little bit. And yeah. And let me tell you, these things are soft, man. They lay right on your because she's like tall. She's like 6'2". So they lay right on your shoulder. It was beautiful. Yeah. It was a beautiful moment. So yes, that is my first celebrity encounter. Tyra Banks. She kissed me. It was real. The love was real, but it wasn't meant to be. So
okay, I was about to say you left out the part where they rushed you and tackled you and said, "Get your lips off of that woman."
You know what? No one appreciates you in your extra comment. I didn't say that. I thought you were the comment to a conversation.
My bad, bro. My bad, bro.
The minister of lies and deceit. Okay.
Damn. Okay. I know that's right. Final question. My favorite question. White room, white chairs, white table, 2 empty seats. Who you putting in there, dead or alive, to talk to?
Oh, wow. That's a good question. Wow, that's a really good question. Jesus.
Okay.
First
time entry.
Yeah, I mean, if you're really gonna make something, you're gonna have a real conversation about how things is and how things gonna be. That's what you want to do. I mean, I thought about everybody throughout history, from Abraham Lincoln to Genghis Khan and everybody else. But I mean, think about who actually made the most difference for good. No matter how you believe or what your faith is, the teachings are for good. People denied his existence, but they don't deny that, hey, yeah, if people did that, we'll be a better world. So, Jesus.
Okay, you still got.
Why do we go deep like that? Dang, I'm flirting.
No, you did that.
You still got an open chair, cuz.
You still got one more person,
so
Ryan.
Who is it? Jesus and Tyrone Biggums? We can even it out.
I'm pretty sure he's based on my uncle, so I ain't got nothing to say about Tyrone. I got some uncles who I think he was based on. Actually, real talk, modern celebrity would be somebody. I would be Dave Chappelle, just because I like his mindset and his comedy. There's thought behind it. You can love it or hate it, but you can't say he's not intelligent. You can't say that he's not clever. You can't say that he's not thinking on a different wavelength. So I would like to just talk to him about some real stuff, and then get some strippers. Okay, something like that.
That's my 5, Carolina. What you got for Tiki?
All right, what's worse, falling up the steps or down the steps?
Down, because you keep going.
Gravity is a bitch.
Gravity is a bitch. All right, what's worse? Throwing up after drinking or not being able to throw up after drinking?
Throwing up after drinking.
You said throwing up after drinking?
Yeah, I don't like when stuff come out the body. That's disgusting. And then we're gonna clean it up.
It's yours.
I'm not cleaning. No, my grandma made me clean up my throat one time, and I'm telling you, I tried very hard not to throw up because that was disgusting as hell.
All right.
Your grandma ever made you clean up your own throw up? It's bad. Ain't no
What did you throw up? What was you drinking or eating that made you throw up that your grandma said, no, I ain't dealing with this?
I was a kid and my grandma was disabled and she was like, you on your damn own. I can't get up and clean it up because she was blind. So she was like, you on your own with that shit. So it was like a summertime. I was a kid and I had probably eaten and drinking too much. Who knows?
What's your favorite sandwich?
A turkey club.
From where? Just that's not the question, but from where?
You know what? Hold on. I can go with a turkey club from anywhere, or a sirloin steak sandwich with mushrooms and Swiss cheese from that cafe.
Wow, that was very specific.
Yeah, they called on the one here in Columbia, I think. First date. What's the biggest and first turn off on a first date?
If your teeth are bad,
this guy.
I mean, if you show up and your teeth are just bad, like you didn't brush your teeth that day, I'm out.
Well, that's fair. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That's fair. I mean, come on, Jesus, yeah.
All right. And my last
your dating history? Oh my God, did this come from somewhere? Did this come from experience?
I live in Atlanta.
All right.
Say less.
Say less.
Yeah. And my last one. You was young at the skate ring. What was your song?
My boo.
Don't tell DJs. All right. We can rock with
classic shit.
All right, that was first call.
First call, ladies and gentlemen. I'm keeping it straight right now. I'm just on my bourbon. No ice, no nothing. I want to hit y'all with the Brittany Griner shit. Initially, and if you don't know what's going on with Brittany Griner, for the people listening or the people that's on the panel, Brittany Griner is a United States citizen. She plays professional ball in the WNBA. She's in her off season and she's playing for a team in Russia. She was on her way back. She got caught with, we'll say, paraphernalia, some marijuana paraphernalia, vape pens, some shit like that. She was, what they call that shit, taken into custody, and they just found out that they was going to give her 9 years for what she had.
9 years.
What is your initial reaction to that, Tiki?
Honestly, my initial reaction was, why were you over there? They already told you, said, don't go to Russia. They've already invaded Ukraine. Why are you going over there to play basketball? Fuck your teammates. Sit your black ass home.
Well, that's a fair assumption.
That was my initial, like, why are you here? Nobody knew the rest of this was going to happen. But initially, when it first happened, I was like, why was she there? Why was she not at home with her boo? Why are we going over there? The people already said stay home. Because I can tell you one thing. If they tell my black ass to stay home, that's where I'm going to stay. I'm going to be at the house.
Well, it's a spinoff of another question, but I'm going to let Ryan go. It's the WNBA not being paid enough. She was going over there to subsidize her income. because they get paid like customer service workers, basically. Ryan, your first reaction?
They making $15 an hour.
They making more than that.
Okay.
But
not that much more.
Yeah,
35. Yeah, like 40.
So the ones that they're
probably making more.
Down. Yeah.
But okay, just Kiki, just in case you didn't know, one, this has been going over playing in Russia, been a thing that WNBA players and American players have been doing for years.
Yeah.
It wasn't like just this. So she had a previous relationship for years going back and forth. Also, the Ukraine and Russia just wilding out like they have been was a relatively new situation. So it wasn't like she was already over there when Putin decided to just come up and say, "Hey, let's invade Ukraine and wild out." So she was already doing that and part of the thing and going back and forth for years. So it wasn't just a matter of her just like, I just need some money. It was already an established relationship, and then Putin started wilding out. So that is what it is. And, people in WM still going overseas to play. That's just the game right now. It's just Russia decided to wild out. With her, don't believe the hype with her statement, because they literally got like a gun to her head saying, make this statement. The WNBA, the United States consulate has already said and proven that the marijuana and paraphernalia that she had was prescribed by a doctor, that it was part of her regular medical routine. And, long story short, Russia just trying to wild out and just make something out of nothing. They're using her because she has a political... what they want to trade to get her back is a dude, a merchant of death.
Yeah.
She's a WNBA player. People don't care about her here, and they want to trade her for the merchant of death. This is all just politics in Russia, just trying to get more for less because she's a celebrity and everything else. If anything, if you were an American celebrity, stay over here because, a country can wild out and just take you when you go over. But that's what this is. She didn't do nothing wrong. She wasn't trying to, become the drug lord of Russia.
That was 1.5.
Yeah. She was just over there trying to play ball, and they said, "Oh, people know you. We gonna grab you because we feel like wilding out."
Okay, Carolina, what was the thing that you posted in response to the Brittany Griner about the other not black woman that got caught in a similar circumstance?
Oh shit! Now you're gonna make me go back to what I posted because I forgot. But now I got to find it. It ain't gonna take me long to find it.
It is what it
is. Be a
is.
professional. We was rolling.
We was rolling. But I forgot.
Did you found a political prisoner? Like, if you have any bit of fame, you say, "Hey, let's use you to get somebody else." That's why they don't. This is like the first time in history a black person was used as a hostage negotiation, because usually black people are not. America don't care.
And also, it's not just her. They're using that other dude too, Paul Whelan, as well. So they're bargaining both of them together.
Yeah,
she doesn't even get to do it by herself. She's not even a bargaining chip by herself. She only like half of it.
Yeah, she's a tall. They're the best at what you can do.
Right.
Like, who we got? Who's in the airport?
Right.
We got this tall black gay woman and this other dude. Okay, maybe we can spend this for the merchant of death.
Yeah. All right. So it's while we're upset about Brittany's sentence in Russia, let's also remember that Ronald Hammond is serving a 20-year sentence for possession of a $5 bag of weed, and Alan Russell a life sentence for possession of 1.5 kilos of weed. Both right here in the good old U.S.
Now that's a fact. We can't get mad about her being in somebody else's territory with, drug violations when we are senselessly sentencing people here on our own soil.
But that's slavery. That's part of the slavery.
Preach, Tiki, preach. Right.
But that's part of the slavery. That's part of the slavery going on here in the United States. They got to keep the jails full, so that's the best way. They're not gonna let nobody out.
Gotta keep it going.
Yeah, they're not gonna. You gotta think. Back when Michael Vick went to jail for his crime, which he's done his time. I think they said Michael Vick was breaking down to making like 14 cents a day. You went from making $100 million to 14 cents a day.
In federal prison, not just regular scene, not just regular gin pop, federal.
Yeah, he went to Leavenworth.
You went to Leavenworth, but you got to think, like they say, you got people on ESPN shooting deers for sport, but they're not getting that much time. You got people out here killing humans of one race to another race, not getting that much time.
Fair though, even in the early 2000s, you got to know you can't kill a dog in front of white people. Come on now.
No, absolutely not.
Be fair. He knew that joke going in the 2000s. Dogs and spice lattes. White women will kill you.
Oh yeah,
and he still chose to do that. So there's some responsibility he has to take for that.
So
that is literally why I won't get a dog now. Like I don't want that problem. I just don't even need that stress and drama on my life now. I don't need no extra problems.
So speaking on that, because you mentioned Karens, did y'all see what happened with T.O.?
I just watched it.
I didn't post it. I wanted to. I saw that.
Go ahead and state it, Ryan. Go ahead and state it.
Yeah, he's sitting up there at one of his houses, and then Karen came up in there and started saying that he was driving too fast to his mailbox and called the cops and went all Karen on him. And he wisely videoed the whole thing when the cops came, her reaction, and it was textbook. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. It was textbook of, what black people have to deal with and minorities, because I want to throw Mexican brothers in there. I want to throw some other, minority or
just go ahead and put the POC on it.
Yep. And just people of color, there you go. And that would have to deal with if, somebody just thinks you don't belong, they could come up there and trump up some charges and you can go to jail. I mean, the most powerful weapon people of color have right now is that cell phone camera.
That cell phone,
right? Because the white folks got everything else.
It's sad, but it's true. I mean, we've been saying it, they don't believe it, and then when you videotape, like, oh yeah, maybe she was. That's the only chance you got, man. YouTube, lies, man. Trust me, if y'all get an alert from me at sometime, turn it on and start recording because I'm trying to save my life.
Absolutely.
And
that goes for anybody that you love for that matter.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story.
I keep my phone with me 24/7. Once something going live, there's somebody okay, let me check.
There was this time, it's a regular night. I went to a bookstore to look for a particular book, and on this day, the fucking sky is falling out, right? So, long story short, me and this white lady come out of the bookstore at the same time, and it's raining like fucking nuts. At a point, you be like, well, I'm gonna get wet today. Like, I can't just stand here until it stops raining. But the lady spoke to me. We had a quick, she's like, it's coming down, ain't it? I was like, yeah. It's not gonna stop, is it? No, it's probably not. So it's dark outside. It's probably like 8:30 at night. The lady takes off first, and then I step behind her. It just so happens that she's parked 2 cars down from me. So in her mind, at 6'2", as big as I am, you know what I'm saying?
She should outrun you, though.
She should outrun me?
She should outrun you. She was bigger than you?
In theory.
Yeah.
Fortunately, no, she wasn't bigger than me. Fortunately, there wasn't a scene, but that's how blackness works. I already know in my mind that this lady is fucking panicking, cuz.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's two sides of everything. She could, in this great state of South Carolina, where a lot of white folks are very proud about who they are and they know their First Amendment rights, she could have easily turned around and wham bammed on me. You feel me? And all I was doing is walking to my car. But I'm sick and tired of us having to
go out of our way to make them feel safe when they causing the most danger to everybody else.
Every day.
It's like you can't be scared and then confront somebody. Like, that's two different things. Like, you can be scared, but you can't use that as your defense. You were scared, so you confronted them. You said that you were speeding through the neighborhood like the T.O. shit. You cut in front of me in road rage, whatever. They always say they're scared, but they don't show they're scared till the police show up.
Right.
Like, you say you're scared, but you saying it cursing at me, you scared. You showing frustration, you scared.
Yeah,
but
I don't know how you're scared. A lot of them be strapped. I know a story that they were fighting in a parking lot at, like, you know, TJ back, and the woman had a concealed carry permit and then put out a gun, and she's scared. Like, if you had a gun the whole time, how can you possibly be scared? I don't think you know how a gun works. Right,
because the whole time if you got your gun, you already thinking, oh, something pop up, I'm strapped.
Yeah, they just came like, oh, you know. That's why that whole stand and, you know, the fan thing, how they killed Trayvon Martin, is some BS.
Yeah, because that wasn't. I don't even think that was the case.
I haven't even. My anger hasn't even gotten to George Floyd. I'm still mad about Trayvon.
It's so many to be mad about.
Yeah,
it's so many. You can't be more mad, and that's the sad part. Like, you mad at George Floyd, you mad at Trayvon. What was the now I can't think of his name. It was just on the tip of my tongue. The little boy in the park. That's the most disgusting one to me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Aubrey Ahmad. You mad? I mean, it's so many that you can be mad about.
Yeah.
But on another note, they did finally get them motherfuckers for Breonna.
They did get them. They got
all four of them.
But I feel bad because even like my daughter, she started gymnastics. Like, kids are playing with other kids regardless of race.
Oh, you don't develop this shit till you get old.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's
you have
what
your
I'm saying.
own experience.
Like, they need to also start, depending on the age of the parents, they need to start focusing on them too, because they're teaching these kids that. So you need to start.
But that's on purpose.
But that's what I'm saying. So you need to start putting a little blame on the parents also. Because if you can put me in jail for my kids not going to school, right? If my kids can, if I can go to jail for my kids,
you know, I don't normally do this, but I'll pay for your cricket.
He pay all his internet bill.
Yeah, I didn't.
Who did?
I don't usually do this for dudes, but I'll pay your cricket bill.
Who that? Me?
Yeah, that was you.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
no, but I was saying
you got to pay the whole balance. Now you can't
just put some
on
it.
You
can't put some on it. Do that. Yeah, maybe she can take care of that for you. I got Amie earlier. Amie, but y'all work that out.
He floated the check. That's what it was.
Okay, fine. It's just us, man. Okay, let's talk about it. No. You gotta go. You gotta go sit outside.
Oh, me? No. But I'm just saying,
T-Mobile, like in 2000.
Yeah, I do got T-Mobile. But no, I'm just saying they gotta put some responsibility on the parents too.
I agree.
Of a certain age, they gotta put responsibility.
They're not going to, because the laws were never written with us in mind, and we always gonna have the same issue until the rest of the planet is brown. Some of us, we probably not gonna see it.
2000,
but you don't have to be
2047. Right. Yeah.
Okay, so
2047. Listen,
2047, another 25 years.
Too many little white girls are like too many people of color, and the demographics are shifting.
Oh yeah, too many little Negro babies, half Negro babies.
Yeah, they're cute.
If you are a white father,
they're passing all of these abortion restrictions is because it's too many half Negro babies. They need more pure white babies.
So what do you think about
that? Wow, that's deep. I haven't heard. Yeah,
no,
that's good. Oh wow,
that's
yeah,
wow.
They're saying the white race. They're saying the white race is getting erased. That's what they're saying.
They're shrinking, but we've been knowing that they're going to be shrinking for years. It's been saying by like 2030, the white race will be in the minority, no longer the majority. So they got
oh wow, yeah.
You know all these lives. No, they need more little white babies and when you do the numbers, white women are having more abortions than people of color. But they politicize and they sensationalize people of color having babies. Oh, it's the poor black woman. Oh, it's the poor Hispanic woman. No, you got rich white girls who getting married, knocked up in high school or in college, and that their parents don't want it messing up their careers. They don't want they're hooked up with a half black with a Negro, and they finna have a half black grandchild. They don't want that.
Have her on the show more often.
We do have her on the show often, Ryan.
I'm looking at you too.
It's more or less like it's if you stop spending the time with the bullshit, with the hatred, with the bigotry, and just fucked your wife.
But you all do that because you like a little brown sugar. So
that's all.
And that go back to Kizzy and them in slave time.
Can I jump in? This is your your show. So, but I'm gonna ask.
Come on with it.
Okay, because we're talking about how we have to deal with the Karens and stuff as black men, as a black woman, when the white man comes on to you. First of all, did he just like try to hit on you and try to get with it? Or what's your experience? I would really like to hear from a black woman.
Yes, that's usually what they do. It's always so because I work with mostly white men my age and older. Mm-hmm. So it's a lot of, oh, your hair looks nice today. Oh, I like this outfit. I mean, like it's all this stuff. It just leads up, and it's like, wait, did he just?
Okay. Side point. I'm sorry. Very good point. I'm listening to you. I'm listening and I'm learning. But black women, this is my one time I'm jumping off the black side. Black women, look at me. I'm bald. I like hair. I like touching hair. I do. It's a thing. We're not trying to disrespect your womanhood or anything. It's just, it is different. I do like touching it. So I'm just saying, I'm not.
Now. He got
I know not to. I grew up in Detroit. I know not to, but I do like touching the black women hair. That's not
like touching all the women from the top of her head to the pinky toe.
You know, I thought this was a family show.
Ryan,
no, they just.
I've literally been
trying to grab the hair.
You a cute little old colored girl. I have literally
whoa.
A century. I have been told in this century, a white man has literally told me to my face, "Oh, you a cute little old colored girl." In this century.
You should have called him a pink toe.
And all I could say was, I'm sorry, what color is that? Like, where are we going with this? Like, I'm literally, and somebody said, oh, I think you're taking it the wrong way.
But that man was Jeff Bezos, and you could have been a billionaire right now.
Oh, he'd have got it.
Oh, wow.
If Jeff Bezos had came up there like, you a cute colored girl, you like, yes, I am, sir. Yes, I am.
I take Cash App, Apple Pay, or you can Zelle it to me, sir. However you want to settle this discrimination.
At least you admit it, because I will tell you right now, I will.
I'm gonna take it from a billionaire. I'm not gonna take it from this hundredaire, but I'm gonna take it from a billionaire.
Okay, fair enough. At least you are.
It's more or less like this, and I don't necessarily. We got allies. It's not all of them, but even the allies are ignorant sometimes. I feel like you got racists. You got racists that are a detriment to people of color. You got racists that are not a detriment to people of color, but they are ignorant as fuck. Those are the ones that want to touch your hair. And then you got allies. You know what I'm saying? So I put them in those three distinct sections. You got motherfuckers that don't mean you no good, would run you off the road at 2:00 in the morning and keep on going. Then you got the ones that say, your kids are so well behaved. They supposed to be. Your kids are fucking animals.
Your kids are so clean.
Everywhere. Man, we got this too. Old lady told me about these two little light-skinned white people. And my daughter.
Wait a minute, because you're gonna be light-skinned or you're gonna be white.
All right, they were white. Man, old lady, she pointed them out. She said, you see them two right there? They bad as hell. But you gotta think, black people, we teach our kids what we say. Don't touch nothing in the stove. Don't do this in the stove. Don't do that. Don't. So we prep the kids before we leave the house. White people just leave the house.
Yeah, rehearse it before you get out the car.
Yeah. Or they know when they wake up before we leave the house, like, I'm going to the stove, I'm getting this, and this. And that's it. But white people aren't, I'm not gonna say all white people, because there are some white people that
not all. Yeah.
Yeah. The allies, they understand the raising of kids. That's why their kids and black kids, they get along together. Right. They can understand each other. But there are white kids, I would say of any race, that don't handle themselves well because of their parents.
Yeah.
Of course.
I got my homeboy. He's the second. He's the backstage of my podcast, Lance, and he's redheaded white boy from Virginia, and like not even like Charlottetown or something. I'm like Gretna, Dansville, nowhere in the middle of the mountains, Virginia.
Oh, Footloose, Kevin Bacon.
He's a cool dude. I give him all the Duke boy rules. I'm like, he's just a good old boy, but he didn't mean no harm. So I give him that. But like, especially when during the pandemic, like this is my homeboy. Like I ride with this dude, but he straight up came like, hey, a lot of this stuff with George Floyd coming out made me think. He asked me, like, have I ever said or did anything that makes you feel less than or anything? Because where I grew up, there were no black people.
That's an ally.
We called them colored, and he come up there, and sooner or later I'll have him on the show with you guys, and you can meet him. But we had like some real conversations, so it's not everybody clearly, but it's enough where we have to have this conversation.
Hey, let me ask you this, because you said that, have y'all ever been asked what you just said about feeling less than? Has a white person or somebody of a different race actually made you feel less than, or did they really just piss you off? That's two different things.
My mama is the only person that can make me feel less than.
Yeah. When I was younger, yes, I know one particular, but I wasn't. I was like preteen that age, and I didn't know how to respond. I didn't know how to deal with it. But as an adult, no, because I would, you ain't talking to me like that.
Right.
But yes, that's what you said earlier and what Tiki said earlier about education. Yeah, when you're educated, you're not going to take that, and you're going to respond a different way.
But that's another thing, because of the less than what I just said about less than. If we educate our kids how to talk and how to handle themselves, they'll never feel less than.
Why? We the only ones doing it though.
Oh yeah.
And I'm sick and tired of like, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's never been a white kid in the history of the world that was taught how to deal with police at walking age, at being outside age.
Just bought them.
You know what I'm saying?
The police was made to support and protect the status quo of their whiteness. So there was no need to teach them that. I can't even get mad at a white kid for that because,
it's not their fault. They grew into it. That's the privilege. That's the part of the privilege. So this is my question going out, and I'm gonna let
you never had to teach your sons how to, appreciate, a big booty. That's just we know this.
Yeah, hey, guess what? It just fucked them up one night watching BET Uncut.
Hell yeah.
Now they can't leave our sisters.
And I can't tell you how many white boys come to me because I deal with white people all the time, and like they see like a Nicki Minaj bend over, and they're like the boom, like it's like I've never. I'm like
my wife Susan, she ain't built like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I can't get mad at that. That's just what it is.
Let me ask y'all this, and this is going. I'm gonna ask the question, and then we're gonna go Tiki, Ryan, Carolina. We come from a hybrid time, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of the things that we come from is now considered toxic. In your personal estimation, Tiki, what is one of the things that is considered toxic that we need to reevaluate and bring back?
Beating the shit out of our kids.
Damn. Okay. I like that one.
I'm so sick of talking to children that look at me like, because we don't have that fear factor of, I'm gonna spank you or you gonna get a whipping or all that stuff. I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna tap them thighs, and they be like, all right, but like, but they don't live with a mama that has literally knocked the mess out of them, or they don't have them same fears. If I say I'm gonna do something, they're just like, okay, but yeah, we got to get back to and I'm not just beating them just for the fun of it, but like we have to be able to instill fear in them again. These children no longer fear us,
and fear is a learning tool.
Yeah, they don't fear. They have everything. They're given everything. Like they don't have that same fear. They don't work for anything like we do.
There's a difference. There's a difference between discipline and abuse.
Yeah,
and discipline is good.
Yeah, they need to
be bad.
Yeah, and when you have children that live with living through a pandemic, they know good well where we going. You ain't finna beat me right now. You ain't finna put me on punishment, because putting me on punishment is putting you on punishment. You're not scared of us.
Right. But I was in high school because just thinking that my mom would jump out the car one day, no matter where I was at. Like, I feel I feel bad, but we need the fear to educate. It's like touching the hot stove. You don't know not to touch it until you get burnt. That pain is a learning tool.
Yep.
Ryan, what's your one toxic behavior that you think needs to be reevaluated?
I'm gonna piggyback off of Tiki and just go with.
You just want to piggyback Tiki, cuz.
That's it. Touch her hair, piggyback her, tap them thighs.
Go ahead, man.
Accomplish things with one behavior. I'm just saying. Men need to be men and not afraid or look down for being a man. Listen, masculinity is not a bad thing. Being abusive is being like that toxic man. Like, no, I'm a man. I'm gonna act like a man. I'm gonna treat a woman like a woman. I'm gonna be a man through all things. But being a man, it's been frowned upon. It's been like it's toxic. But no, being a man is real. And that thing, we feminize too many men, and too many men have been grown up by their mamas, by their grandmamas, and they acting like women, and they need to act like men and be men. Okay, saying that, being a man means doing what it takes to take care of the family, being with the woman, being with their kids every day. I have two boys. One's 20, one's 18. They're grown, and I raise them. And they, and they're doing great right now because I raised them, and there was no woman that's going to take me away from my children, from my family. I am 100% man, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. And we have made that a toxic, bad thing. Like, no, that guy did something wrong because he's wilding.
Right.
I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and men do what they're supposed to do, and there ain't nothing wrong. In fact, it's better. And I think real women appreciate real men doing their thing. Like, hey, I'm going to work every day. I ain't doing that to put you down. I'm doing that to take care of us.
Facts.
So, boom.
And how do you reward me with these tight ass pants and floral print shirts? You can't even find no man clothes no more, cuz.
Oh, dude, man, don't get me started. Because we big boys, we can't. I'm sitting up there going to like the store, and I'm like skinny jeans. Like, no, I ain't trying to get no yeast infection. I ain't wearing no skinny.
I'll let my balls hang.
I need my balls to, stretch.
They need lift and separation, just like a good breast.
We got baggy jeans for a reason. Baggy shorts.
Yeah, it get hot down there.
I didn't know Hoochie Daddy shorts was a thing, cuz.
Come on, Hoochie Daddy shorts. I am here for Hoochie Daddy shorts.
Of course you
are you really? Are you really? Because dudes wearing that ain't here for you.
I can't call somebody. I was like, come on, Hoochie Daddy, go across that street.
No, I'm gonna tell you right now.
And you were like, no, baby girl, I'm not here for you. And we keep going.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, thank you.
Hoochie Daddy shorts cause prostate cancer.
Then when you go home by yourself and paying for your own drinks, you're gonna be like, oh well,
Hoochie Daddy shorts.
When he leave with your homeboy.
Yeah.
Save that for the bedroom.
But you are exactly right, though. We want you all to be men. If you are men, then women don't have to operate in their masculine energy. We can operate in our feminine energy and be the women that you need us to be. We just need y'all to man up. And we need society to allow you to man up.
You say man up, I say every day. So,
Right.
It's not even a question. I'm just going to do, this is what I do.
Carolina,
My
what's your
balls
thoughts? What's the toxic thing that we need? A toxic thing that we need to bring back?
Communities.
Well,
because communities touch on both of what they said. We need to bring back, like, we don't do nothing in the community as a whole anymore. Like,
right.
Whether, and when I say whole, I'm talking about TV, radio, barbecues, everything. Like, you don't hear say no to drugs no more. That's a community thing. You can't tell the neighbor down the street to watch your kids because the kids don't care, and they ain't gonna do it. So when you working, trying to pay your bills, all you can rely on is the cameras at your house, which is electronic, and you want to keep the kids off the electronics.
Yeah.
But you're using the electronic to watch your kids because you don't feel safe, or the neighbor don't feel safe because if something happens, well, why you did that to my child? I did that to your child to correct your child. So I feel like we need communities. We need to embrace communities. The police, if we could embrace the communities, that's less on the police coming into our communities. That's something we can handle as far as small incidents instead of people calling the cops. I just feel like we just need to embrace back on communities, whether it's family by blood or family by relationships. We need to embrace that.
The cops are part of that community. I remember a cop would pull up on a group of kids. Yeah, a cop would pull up on kids and really have a discussion. Let them look in the car. Let them see the type of stuff that they dealt with. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like there's no relationships anymore between the cops that patrol the neighborhoods that we live in. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think part of it also is because they're bringing cops in that's not from the neighborhood.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like they're not recruiting. Yeah, they're not recruiting in the neighborhood. Yeah, they're not recruiting in the neighborhood. They're just recruiting because they got open jobs. So you're bringing somebody they're from Nebraska, but lived in Columbia for 5 years, and now they're a cop. They know nothing about Columbia. They know nothing about Charlotte, about Atlanta.
They live in Great Falls, but they live in, they work in Columbia.
Yeah, or even if they moved in, they didn't do enough research in the community to be out there doing what they do. So they
There was an old YouTube clip. You can still look it up. It's still out there. What the Andy Griffith Show.
Oh yeah, my parents watch that every day.
Yeah, and there was a scene when he was talking to Opie about why he didn't carry a gun, and he talked about like I don't carry a gun because I want people to respect me and deal with things, and like not because they want to, not because they have to, because I'm the quote unquote authority, because they want to, because they respect me and they respect authority, and they want to resolve the issues. If cops and I'm not naive because there are some real gangsters out there. But if cops can come into the community without guns, without weapons, and just like if there's a situation, talk it out, it will be a whole thing. But American police system is made to keep the status quo and keep a certain people, white people, safe and keep the status quo and keep people of color out. And that's how it is. They need to change that, and that would change community. Like if I live in Columbia and in your community and I come every day, like I'm a police officer, I come there with just my belt and uniform and I'm talking to kids, and then when something breaks off, I come over there and take care of it. I don't need a gun. 99% of the time, I don't need a gun for a situation. So why am I carrying it?
That should be part of the training.
Like get your driver's license and you got your hand on your gun. What you asking for a driver's license?
But you know what? 9 times out of 10, if it's a good cop, the community will help the cop. So a lot of times he don't need to use physical force. Because the community will understand that person is wrong. Like I had two instances.
Time in, and there's too few people to do it.
2 instances. I was at Bite Week one year, real quick. I was at Bite Week one year. Man, I had a Gatorade bottle full of shine. I'm just out there. I'm throwing them back. And I seen a cop. A cop saw me. He was like, he came on. He's like, hey man, y'all gonna have to keep walking only because if y'all stop here, it's gonna be a pile of people. I'm like, cool, I understand that. Now, let me ask you a question. By me saying, let me ask you a question, he actually sat down and talked to us for about 20 minutes.
Holding up the line anyway.
Holding up the line anyway. Had a conversation, and the conversation was about, I asked him about being tased or whatever, and it just led to a conversation. And I'm still drinking my shine in a Gatorade bottle. So I made a comment about how long you got to be out here. He was like, well, we about to send somebody to go get some pizza. I was like, all right, we about to go back to the room. We actually walked back to the block. About an hour later, he offered me some pizza.
Aww.
Oh, there's still
all cops ain't bad, man. We know that.
But that's what I'm saying.
Allies out there.
But that's what I'm saying. The white cop actually, and then his partner came over. His partner came over with the hand on the hip, but realized the conversation and didn't do nothing. But it was how it was presented. He was cool with the shit. Now I had another cop at a year later who came out there and was just like on some arrest everybody.
Yeah,
but I just think if you can control yourself, you can control a situation instead of trying to control the situation and then control yourself. That's two different things.
Yep, absolutely.
Man, look, y'all some all right people, man. We done did a whole goddamn hour, and people wasn't.
We need to hear from more from Tiki because we need to hear more from women out here because I like.
Whoa!
Tiki's been on our show many times.
Hey, tuck the little pink thing back in, man.
Yeah, you got your hoochie daddy shorts on.
Nor is it little.
Put your little lipstick away.
Yeah,
is what I said. We are going into final call. What? Your head, your belly, your titties.
You're gonna have to
elbows.
do that because somebody else on the show before offered to pay my Georgia Power bill. So you're gonna have to do better than mine sugar.
Wait, your internet works, so I do nothing for you. But that's crazy.
Nah, man. We love Ryan. We love Tiki. These are affiliates.
Amie.
We are and Amie. We are affiliates. We are family in this whole social media, social networking life. Great people, great perspective. Always, and that's why we call on y'all, and we'll continue to call on y'all. We might call Ryan a little less. He ham boning today.
That's okay. I got my own show. The bar is open.
Absolutely. Now, this is the final call. Share your words of wisdom or your pettiness. Talk about the products that you're making, where they can get them. This is your moment. So go ahead, Tiki. Let me know.
Hey, hold on, Tiki. Hold on. So I can tell Ryan, she has her own podcast, Ryan. She don't need to be on yours.
Oh, she's gonna be.
Go ahead.
I'm sick of him.
Tell me how I can watch and follow you, and watch how quickly I follow you. Go ahead.
So yeah, you can follow me on everything, Tikiblue on Air, and you can find me Bella and Kai.
Look, he don't put his glasses on.
Yeah,
I'm trying to type.
Because I'm old and I can't see anymore.
That's when the old niggas start typing. He be like,
just let the woman talk. You know, less dirt, more tiki.
That's fine. You can go to my website, bellaandkai.com, BELLAANDCAE.com for your family of products.
He sounded out. Look at his lips.
Let her talk.
You said that really fast. I'm just gonna say.
These are organically made skincare products. Our tagline is I make skin beautiful and strong. So you can find us there. I'll be hosting a couple of shows around Atlanta in the fall. I'll get you guys the details on the specific name, but yeah, that's what I got going on. And you can find me on the radio show. I think we're on summer hiatus, but we'll be back sometime this month with a fresh season of the radio show.
Absolutely.
What's the Instagram, Facebook?
You got one, man.
It's Tikiblue on Air.
Tiki, yeah, T-E.
He said T-E. Boy, he got it wrong already.
Shut up. I don't even have to come back. I'm just like, shut up.
Do you have the information so we can move on to your information, sir?
Yes, I got it.
Ryan of the Bars Open that you can hear everywhere. Tell them about it yourself.
You really can. Tiki, do it again. The Bars Open. The Bars Open podcast, even though I was led to believe I'll be talking about my show, but I am at the Bars Open podcast. It's a weekly podcast about everything in the bar. From I interview people in and around the community of drinking, from breweries to distillers to moonshiners, wineries. If it's comedians, if you're in the nightclub type of bar industry, I interview you. I'll come to you and we'll talk. We'll talk about your products. We'll talk about life. We'll do everything that you like. We'll get to the bottom of the barrel. See, bottom of the bottle. Kind of, yeah. I hope it, and we'll talk it out. So whatever, if you want mixed cocktails, let's say you want to make a really fancy passion fruit drink that would really like
this gotta be
Cosby you. Yeah, call me. I will have it. Like if you got a favorite drink, we'll talk. We'll break it down. I'm here for you. Everything. We're on Stitcher. We're on every podcast, thing available. If you like the podcast and you want a good listen about what you like to drink, the bar is open.
I know that's right.
All right.
And it is a good lesson, ladies and gentlemen. Good topics, like as silly as we've been on here today, like he has good information, in-depth history. You know what I'm saying? On the things that he talks about.
Call the police. Call the people in the community.
Carolina Dirt
to be on the show. She's gonna be on the show. We're gonna do the show.
I appreciate TK and Ryan coming on. I appreciate Amie. Amie was having some signal issues, but Amie will be back on our. Yeah, we definitely gonna get her back, but she is very interesting, and her point of views on things are very interesting. like I always say, man, networking. Bottom of the bottle is always evolving. We got some more stuff coming. Tiki and Ryan actually gave me 2 more good topics we're gonna have soon. Especially Tiki, not Ryan. We're gonna have soon. We definitely will have Tiki back without Ryan. We're gonna have Amie back without Ryan. We're gonna have any male back without Ryan. But we appreciate everybody helping us grow. We're gonna continue to grow, and please tell 2 people to tell 2 people.
I like that. I'm still in that. Whatever. Tell 2 people. Tell 2 people.
Hey, look, it's enough for everybody.
Fair enough.
My final call is, if you got to think about it, it's probably wrong. You know what I'm saying? Love the ones who love you. You know what I'm saying? And just be good, man. Like it's enough good stuff out here for everybody to just stay out of each other's way. If you don't have anything to add to somebody's life, don't do anything to take anything away. This is the Bottom of the Bottle podcast. I'm Jay Walking III. That's Carolina Dirt 803. Tiki Blue. Ryan from the Bars Open. Hey, until the next time, everybody be easy, man.
This guy.
I got muscle. I drink.
You got a muscle head.
I drink. I'm physically fit, and I will pay your cricket bill.
And that's how we gonna leave it. I hope your inbox fill up with garbage.